In this episode of the Basket Case BMW project, we're going to perform some basic modifications. During the rehab process, I addressed the ignition system, but now we're going to address the fueling system. First of all, I'm going to replace the fuel pump. The original pump was making unhappy noises. Plus I had this Delphi pump sitting on the shelf. It's made for a C4 Corvette and should be able to support around 350 horsepower. That will give me some headroom for upgrades. However, the pump is not a direct replacement. The fuel hose fits on it, but that's all. I crimped some spade connectors onto the wires so I could plug them into the new pump. Also, the Delphi pump is physically smaller than the original, so the plastic cradle thingy didn't hold it. I decided to just zip tie the pump to the fuel sender. I also decided to replace the fuel injectors. Who knows what condition the 20-year-old injectors are in. Plus I have a new set of 24-pound injectors to use. The stock injectors are also 24 pounds, so these ones should work fine. I bought them to use on another engine, but that never happened, so I might as well put them to use. They're a little bit taller than the original injectors, so I'll have to shim the fuel rail. That's easy enough. I put some spacers under the fuel rail mounting brackets and found some longer bolts in my nut and bolt collection. Here's a shot of the installed injectors. Since the fuel rail sits higher, the engine covers might not fit, but whatever. Next, we're going to make some room in the engine bay. I'll start by deleting the windshield washer tank. It takes up a lot of space, plus this is going to be a race car, so it doesn't need a washer tank. I also deleted the secondary air pump. It only runs for about 30 seconds or so when the engine starts. That may be useful to reduce emissions on a daily driver, but on a race car it's not going to make much difference. When I removed the secondary air pump, I also removed the vacuum line from that air valve on the exhaust manifold. I didn't want the valve opening and dumping exhaust gas into the engine bay. I suppose I could install a block-off plate, but for now this'll work. I took that vacuum line and rerouted it to the CCV oil separator. This is commonly known as the O2 pilot mod, probably named after the person who came up with it. The oil separator has a vacuum nipple on the side with a rubber cap on it. Just pull the cap off and plug in the vacuum line. It's that simple. That will help create vacuum in the crankcase, which should help the piston rings seal better and reduce oil consumption. Last but not least, these window shades need to go. Same goes for the roof spoiler. It's starting to come loose anyway. The rear spoiler can stay for now. Slowly but surely, we're making progress on this basket case BMW. Thanks for watching.